Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina and it's the weekend. Yay! Filming a weekend vlog because I don't really know what else to do for a video this week, and I think vlogs are gonna become my new thing officially. I've had a pretty long week, not in a way that's bad or anything. This week was actually pretty okay compared to last week. My classes are somewhat canceled. They've been online for the past few days because there was a whole flood in one of the school buildings, and that school building is where most of my classes are. So my teachers moved it online this week, which isn't that bad. I just didn't feel like logging into it, so I didn't. I have mostly spent the week at home, but the one day that I did go out was really fun. It was on Wednesday. It was with my friend, and we just went to the mall, went to the movies to go see Puss in Boots 2, which, by the way, if you haven't already, I know that I'm the late one in this scenario. It's been out for weeks in the US, but it just came out here in the UK. If you have not seen that movie yet, you need to go do that like right now. It's so good. I knew I was going to be walking into something excellent, but it somehow exceeded my already really high expectations. Anyway, yeah, that's what I did on Wednesday. And then we stumbled across a Netflix promo for the new season of You. And so like in the middle of the city center, there was like this spinning teacups ride, and the teacups were like spilling blood, and then they had like promo for You. So like Joe was talking on the speakers and some guy was handing out tea that looked like blood. It was really cool. I'll insert video here. I had an overall okay week. I'm not really upset about it, but this weekend I kind of just want to do something. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Okay, today is Saturday. I feel like I should have started filming this yesterday, but I wasn't really thinking about filming yesterday, but yesterday was pretty productive on my part. Besides the fact that I skipped class yesterday morning, I did it for a good cause. I did it so I could do other productive things because class is like 3 hours and I didn't feel like sitting through an online lecture for 3 hours. So instead, I washed my hair, cleaned my bathroom, did laundry. You know, I was trying to do something productive yesterday. And then I also went out to the cafe, and then I found this gorgeous park. And I think today I'm gonna go back. I think that was the park I was trying to find in my previous video. I was right in the fact that it was on the other side of that bridge that I mentioned. I was on the wrong side of the bridge. The actual park was on the other side, and I went to it yesterday. I stumbled across it by accident, but I'm very happy I did, and it's not far. The park is huge. Like, it's huge, it's very pretty, it's very green, and I think I need that in my life today. So yeah, the plan is park, maybe go back to the cafe, because I feel like I'm really only gonna get reading done in the cafe. I don't know why. I really like that in England everything is like 2 levels, so you have the first floor and the second floor. No matter where you go, there's always like a second floor to any store, cafe, whatever. So I always prefer to sit at the top floor and sit next to a seat that's near a window and read, and it's just like a perfect vibe. I'm still reading The Poppy War. It's been a little over a week since I started it. I don't think I'm gonna get the book done this weekend. Like, that's just not realistic. My goal is to like read as much as I can this weekend because I honestly miss reading, and I'm so upset that I've spent like the first 2 weeks of a month about romance reading a very dark fantasy book. The book is amazing. It's not the book's fault. It's just like it's not matching the vibe of the month. I want to finish The Poppy War soon so I can get like started on other romances that I've been wanting to read this month, because it is Valentine's Day in I think like 2 or 3 days. The time is I think like 10:30 or something. I haven't really spent my morning doing anything. I folded the laundry that I did yesterday, and while I was doing that, I was watching the newest episode of The Last of Us that came out last night. You know, I don't know how much pain and suffering I can take. You know, like I think this show was really pushing my limit. To start off my morning with Sam and Henry's episode was brave because I knew what I was getting into. But now I'm kind of in a sad mood because that episode really broke something in me. I knew what was coming. I played the video game, so I knew what was gonna happen in that episode. But my God, seeing it play out Yeah, I'm not okay. And then Riley's episode is coming soon. Oh god, I'm not okay. That episode really wrecked my mood. But it's an excellent show. I don't know who's not watching it, but if you haven't watched The Last of Us, you should. It's excellent television. But whew, my heartstrings, I don't know how much more pain I can take, like seriously. And the fact that I've gone through like 2 The Last of Us episodes in less than a week because they premiered this episode so it wouldn't get in the way of the Super Bowl on Sunday night, so they premiered 2 episodes in less than a week. I'm going through emotional pain. I'm gonna start getting ready for my day, but before I do that, I want to start outlining one of my midterm essays because midterms are a thing that exists here, and the midterms aren't due until March, but I've been trying to like get ahead of that process. Well, no, I've been outlining one midterm for one specific class, but the other 2 classes I haven't started on those outlines yet, so I want to get started on those outlines this weekend. I know that if I do it after I come back from the cafe in the park, I just won't feel like it, or it just won't be like good. So like, yeah, I get most of my like schoolwork done in the morning, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start outlining, and yeah, that's the plan. Outline, cafe, maybe, park. Yes, it's gonna be a pretty mundane day, but for me, it's like great. And I don't think it's gonna rain today. It didn't rain much yesterday, like it was sprinkling a little bit on and off, but it wasn't like the worst weather in the world. So I'm hoping that that's the vibe today. I don't know. Okay, let's get started. Outfit check, but it's literally nothing special. I'm wearing my You Matter hoodie under here, and then blue jeans, gym shoes. I don't know how cold it is. I don't know if it's gonna rain, so I'm like extra prepared because yesterday I was kind of freezing. So I've decided that I am going to go to the cafe first. I think starting off my day with reading is the best choice, and then whatever I do after that, whether it be the park or something else, I'll feel a little bit better if I do all of that stuff after. I like take a few hours to just like sit, chill, drink coffee, read, whatever. Let's go. Yeah. No. Guys, it is so pretty out here, like, and it's not raining. It's actually a nice day outside. Like, it's not even cold, it's just really cloudy. There are these guys who are riding their bikes up and down the hill. It's pretty steep, these hills, and these guys keep on riding their bikes up and down the hills, and sometimes they're riding their bikes down the stairs, and it's really cool. But I get so worried because I'm scared that one of them, because like 2 of them are kids and one of them is like a grown man, I'm scared that one of them is gonna like injure themselves. And then like their dog is chasing them. It's actually pretty cute, but it's also kind of scary. Guys, I wish I filmed that, but the dog just came up to me. They wanted me to pet it, and it has made me miss my dog so much. Because, like, I don't know if you guys know, but I have a dog. Hi! Oh my god. Another dog just came up to me. This dog, like, this park is just full of dogs, and they keep on coming up to me. Like, I don't know if it's like my vibe or my presence, but almost every dog in the past like 5 minutes has come up to me, and it's making me miss my dog so much. Like, I miss having an animal companion near me. And there goes another kid down the hill. Okay, I kind of don't even want to read. I kind of just want to look at these people riding their bikes up and down, because it's mostly kids, like just kids and their dogs riding up and down hills on their bicycles. That just made me so happy. I miss my dog. So I'm currently in the smaller park that I mentioned earlier. I'm just sitting here and just taking a little break. Yeah, that park is super pretty. I think I'm gonna go down there like all the time now. The only like down part about it is again the hills, but I'll get used to it. Jeez, those hills scare the crap out of me. Every time I walk down one, I think I'm gonna slip and bust my ass. But I digress. Okay, so I'm gonna be in this park for a bit. I don't know how long. And I'm actually gonna try and read. I don't know how well that's gonna go. It's super windy out here, but I want to read in the park, so I'm gonna try and do that now. And yeah. I've been home for like a few hours now. I was in the park reading for about 2 hours, so that's good. I'm officially halfway into the Poppy War. I think it was in the last vlog that I mentioned I haven't read a fantasy in a while, so me diving right back into an adult dark fantasy is a little overwhelming for my brain. The way R.F. Kuang does time jumps is kind of like jarring. I just made it to like part 2 of the book yesterday, and in part 1 we've already passed 3 years into the timeline for the characters, and I'm kind of just like, okay, but I'm hooked plot wise. It's just a little overwhelming for my little noggin that's just been reading and processing romance for the past like 2 or 3 months. While in the park, I was listening to music, right? And so like I need to speak on something because I'm a little bit behind in terms of like K-pop and stuff. I have not been keeping up with any new groups that have been coming out. I've really been keeping up with like new songs or anything like that. So last night I stayed up until like 1 o'clock in the morning watching 2 groups specifically, okay? 2 groups that everyone had been talking about for the past like 6 months, I think. I dove. English is so hard. I took the time to watch and listen to every New Jeans and XG song. And when I tell you guys, I'm kind of like obsessed. I've been a little scared to get into like newer 4th gen K-pop groups because I realized over like the past 2 years that the older I get, the younger these K-pop groups get. Like I think the youngest member in New Jeans is like 14 years old, and that kind of like freaks me out. So I've been just staying away from like the newer generation of K-pop simply because like it's way too young. They're like babies, right? But I took the time to listen to their music last night, specifically those two groups again, and I can't make the music not bop. Like, I don't know what kind of crack has been put into the production of these songs, but I can't stop listening to it. Both of those groups, I see success in their future, and they're already pretty successful right now for a rookie group. I know that XG isn't technically K-pop, so I've heard, like, I'm pretty sure all of the members are Japanese, but they make songs in English, but then they promote the songs on Korean broadcast music station thingy. So they're really interesting to me, XG. I don't really understand what they're doing, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. Really obsessed with their latest song, Shooting Star. I've been playing that back to back all day since last night. That might be like my most listened to song of the year, because why is that song so good? I haven't heard a song like that in so long. Like, they gave me the vibe of OMG Girls. If you know, you know. They gave me that vibe. It makes it a little bit symphonique. It took me back to a sound that I didn't know I needed from K-pop in a while. Same with New Jeans. Attention, I'm pretty sure that was their debut song, or it was like off of their debut mini album. Why is that so good? Like, it took me back. Yeah, these new like girl groups are kind of running the game. Like, I need the boy groups to catch up. Also, music, Paramore's latest album that just dropped yesterday. Again, I'm obsessed, but I'm also pissed, because why is that literally their best album, yet it's their shortest one? Only 10 songs. I've been waiting like, what, 5 years for a new Paramore album? Like, there has to be a deluxe version somewhere with like exclusive tracks somewhere, right? Like, I need them to drop something else. Like, I'm not trying to be ungrateful or greedy, but they kind of released their best album and yet they somehow made it their shortest one. That makes no sense to me. Yeah, I've just been consuming really, really good music the past like 24 hours, and I'm so satisfied. Like, my ears are so happy right now. The mission that I'm on currently is figuring out where to get food from, because I'm hungry and I don't really feel like making anything. I kind of want to go out to eat. I have groceries and food at home, so I remind myself of that every day, and I make whatever is in my pantry or fridge, and that usually goes well. But tonight I'm in the mood to just like go out and get something to eat, and I don't really know what to get. There's so many restaurants down this street that it's kind of overwhelming, because I don't know what the vibe is for my palate tonight, you know? I don't know. See, I've been trying to figure this out since I got home. I don't know what I'm in the mood to eat, and I don't want to be like underwhelmed by the food by the time I get it, because that's something I really hate. Like, when I spend money on food and then I'm underwhelmed with how I feel about it, because it's something that I think I'm in the mood for, but then when I actually have it, I realize that's not what I was in the mood for. Honestly, might be a pizza kind of night. I don't feel like walking too far. Not that anything's really far per se, just some restaurants are closer than others. I might just go across the street and get pizza and then I'm gonna come back here and continue watching the new season of You, because I stopped my Scandal binge, because if you guys know, I was watching Scandal the past few weeks, but I stopped binging that to watch the new season of You, and it's so good. But I'm kind of taking my time with it, because I know that part 2 doesn't come out for another month, so I've been dragging out however many episodes are in part 1, so I don't have to wait as long. But I know I'm gonna finish it probably by the end of the weekend. Like, it's kind of inevitable. Plan tonight is just to eat, watch Netflix, maybe continue reading. I don't really know. Yeah, that's about it. Let me go get something to eat. Okay, update before I crash for the night. I have me some Thai. I only got Thai food, drunken noodle with tofu and veg. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my night watching reaction videos to the latest episode of The Last of Us, because I know that people are gonna be heartbroken, and I want to make sure that everyone else is in the same boat as me. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello. Today is Sunday. Hello. I want to say that I spent my day so far doing something productive, but in all honesty, I did not get out of bed until like 30 minutes ago. I woke up at around 9ish, but the first few hours I spent in my bed reading fan fiction. So that's great, you know? And then after that, I ended up editing the footage from yesterday. So that counts as productivity, I think. And then I started another outline for a different midterm. So I was, in all fairness, pretty productive. It's just most of that time I was awake, I did do a little bit of nothing. Side note, the Thai food that I had last night was so good. That was the first time I've been to that Thai spot. I always walk past it, but I can never tell when it's open or closed. It's like a really tiny place too. Like you could easily like overlook it if you didn't like see the sign for it, you know? Like it's a pretty like hole in the wall type of place, but their food so good. I'm gonna have to probably like go back there sometime. I also did not end up watching You. I watched Jenna Marbles' old videos. I went to bed pretty early. Well, early for my standards. I went to bed at like 11:30-ish. Guys, I know I only mentioned New Jeans song Attention yesterday, but tell me why I couldn't go to bed last night, because I kept hearing Hype Boy in my head. That song as well. And the fact that both of those songs are on their first EP is crazy. Like they really came out the gate with nothing but hits. That's insane. That's such a good song. And I was playing it while I was like brushing my teeth and getting ready this morning on a repeat. Like I've played it at least 5 times since I've woken up. It's so so good. Anyway, the plan for today is doing adult stuff. Not really, mostly just shopping. I'm gonna go get a birthday gift for my friend. Her birthday was actually yesterday, but I don't see her again until I think Wednesday. And then after that, I'm gonna worry about what I need to get, okay? Not a lot, just like pretty simple stuff, just normal stuff that I do need, but I can't really wait on those types of things, you know? So I'm gonna go to the store and get those. And then I'm also gonna do a little bit of like guilty shopping, as in like getting stuff that I want but don't really need. I'm thinking about going thrift shopping today. I have this one sweater vest that I brought from me from back in the States. It was a gift and I really like it, but I need a shirt that's like to put under it, and I don't have any type of shirt. So like the shirt that I want to wear under it is like a white a white turtleneck or like a white button-down collared shirt. So I'm gonna be looking for that. I'm sure I'll find it. It's not something that's hard to find. And then I also want to get another pair of jeans, because the blue jeans that I wear like all the time, there's like a hole like in between like the thigh part. The girls who get in, the girls who don't. Like if you know the struggle, you know the struggle. Like there are holes in between the pants, and my friend, before I left, my friend sewed those up. The holes opened back up in the jeans because of the laundry. Whatever, I could go on about this all day, but the point is I'm gonna get new jeans. I'm hoping I can find them at a thrift store for cheap. Hoping. I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit of grocery shopping. Not really. I'm gonna go look for stuff that's sweet. I'm craving something sweet and I don't really have anything here in my pantry that's sweet. And then after that, I think I'm just going to go makeup shopping. I'm in the mood to get new makeup, specifically a skin tint. I've been obsessed with like the idea of using a skin tint. I haven't really used one. When I was like, I have used one, but it was a while ago, and I liked the way that it looked on me, but I never actually invested in getting one myself. So I think I'm gonna go do that. I just don't like the feeling of foundation on my face lately. Like it feels very heavy, and I want to get skin tint. I don't know how interesting today is gonna be in this vlog, because it's really just gonna be me walking from store to store getting different things. I'm pretty sure like I won't be able to even hold my camera to film because of all the bags I'm going to be carrying, because I don't have a car here, so I have to walk from store to store and carry the bags. I don't have enough hands for all the stuff that I need to carry back with me, you know? Honestly, I don't need to get much, so I think this is going to be done in like maybe an hour. I'm going to start getting ready to go. This is what I'm wearing. Yeah, it's not the type of day where I'm worried about like my clothes and stuff. I hate shopping days. Genuinely, like I hate shopping days, but we're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this knocked out of the way. Yeah, so let's go.
A few moments later.
I'm back home. I was right. It took about like an hour, a little over an hour actually, because I went into like a few different stores that I was not familiar with. So I did a lot of wandering and a lot of spending. Some of the spending was necessary. Like I mentioned before, I needed to get some stuff, but the stuff that I spent the most on was the stuff that I really did not need. But okay, let's do a shopping haul of all the stuff that I just spent money on. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. Like toilet tissue. I went to get something sweet, so I got like these brioche buns with chocolate, paper plates, because if I don't have to wash a dish, then why will I, you know? And a little blanket. I am freezing with the blanket that I have. I think I mentioned this a few videos ago. The blanket and pillows that this place provides kind of suck. So first priority was mostly just to get a blanket today. If you're like one of the OG people that watch my videos, there's this blanket that I have back at home that I had on in every single video. It was fluffy, it was purple, it was really, really comfortable and kept me warm. This is like the closest thing I could find that resembled it, and it was on sale. I think it only cost like £5 for this, so I got it. Scissors, just because I got a face mask because I need to relax, and face masks do that for me. Granted, this isn't really a relaxing sheet mask, it's more of like a moisturizing one, but I bought it. So I got this necklace from my friend's birthday. I got it from Claire's because I forgot that there was a Claire's around here, and I think Claire's jewelry is so cute. Like I still get my jewelry from Claire's. This like dolphin necklace with matching earrings. It's like an inside joke about the dolphins. I think it's cute. Okay, now let's get into the stuff that cost the most money because yeah. First thing I got was the Fenty Skin Tint. So this was extremely, like, a lot more expensive than I thought that it would be. So I'm hoping I like it. I tested it out in the store and I'm satisfied with how it looked in the store because I put like a few droplets on, but like all over my face, I don't know. But I'm hoping that this satisfies me because like I said before, foundation, it's not really giving what I needed to give lately, so skin tint might be the next best thing. And then on to clothes. Again, I tried to go thrift shopping, but a lot of the thrift stores were closed today for some reason. And at some point, I just got tired of walking around trying to find one, so I went into H&M. I know. So you already know that those prices were, I have like these denim jeans. They're nothing special. They're not ripped or distressed or anything. They're literally just jeans. I needed some that didn't have holes in them. And that's what these were. And then I got this white button down or button up. I don't know. This white button up collared shirt. And I'm gonna wear this with another outfit that you guys might see in future videos. I'm not putting on the outfit today. I have no reason to really get dressed up today. I usually don't wear white because like it's so easy to get dirty and I don't feel like dealing with that stress. But a shirt is going over this, so it's fine. I'm telling myself it's okay. I wanted to get a turtleneck, but I couldn't find any turtlenecks and it was really busy in there, so I just decided to get a simple collared shirt. Yeah, that's all I got. In the midst of my run and everything, I realized I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I should probably do that. Yesterday I made like avocado toast and that was really good, but I don't feel like eating that today. I'm really craving right now oatmeal. If you guys don't know, I'm like an oatmeal connoisseur. Oatmeal is like my go-to breakfast or just like meal in general. Like I love oatmeal so much, and the flavors that they have here in the UK suck. Like there's no other way to put it. The flavors they have are just not good. I've been having to just resort to toast or bagels or dry cereal because I don't like milk, so I eat my cereal dry. I'm really in an oatmeal mood, and now like if I don't think about it too much, it doesn't irritate me, but now I'm like really irritated. Like I could go for some maple and brown sugar oatmeal right now, like so bad. I'm gonna put all this stuff away and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna make because it's still pretty early in the day. It's only like 2:30 I think, so yeah, I don't really know what else to do. I'm just gonna probably stay inside. I completely forgot about this, but the Super Bowl is tonight, and you know what that means? Rihanna is back. like she's performing tonight. So I might like mentally prepare myself for that, because she has 13 minutes worth of time for her halftime show performance, which is insane. Not because of like the time or anything, because I know that most like halftime performers get that amount of time every year to do their stuff, but I just don't know how she's gonna fit as many hits as she has into 13 minutes. She's been making hits for like what, 20 years? I don't know how she's gonna fit. Like, just thinking about the implications of what this halftime show performance is gonna do to me is like giving me a headache. So I'm gonna stop. But yeah, I'm thinking about just like chilling out for the rest of the day. I'll update you guys if I have something else to say. So it's like a few hours later. I've been in bed all day. I haven't done a single thing. But now I'm craving something that I do not have in my pantry. So you know what that means. Going out and spending more money. Yay. I'm craving cake really badly, specifically red velvet cake. And there's this place across the street that I know for a fact has it because I've gotten cake from there before. It doesn't taste like the kind of red velvet cake that I'm used to. I don't even know what that means, but it's just, it's not that it's bad, it's just not the kind that I want. But I don't know any other place that sells red velvet cake that's currently like open. I don't know why, but a lot of things are closed today, but they're not. They're open like all the time. I think 24 hours. So I think I'm gonna go over there and get it. But yeah, I haven't really been doing anything. I've mostly just been watching YouTube and Netflix. I can't stress enough how much I'm enjoying this season of You. Everyone is saying that this is when the hype for You was starting to die down. Like, a lot of people aren't tuning into this season apparently, even though it's only been a few days since it's been out. Y'all never let anything marinate, like, ever. I'm enjoying this season. I like the whodunit factor of it, and I usually don't like those kinds of like mysteries, but it's really appealing when it's from a serial killer's perspective, okay? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, they kind of ate this season up. But I am confused though. Is Tati Gabriel not gonna be in it anymore? I don't even know what episode I'm on. But like, I'm not at the end of part 1 yet. But like, where is she? Because I know that she's doing promo for the season right now, so she has to come back in part 2, right? That's my girl, so I just want to know if she's gonna come back. I'm in the mood to do anything that'll keep me awake, because I'm not missing Rihanna's Super Bowl performance. That's just not gonna happen. I don't even know when the Super Bowl is on. I don't care about sports. As far as I'm concerned, it's the Fenty Bowl, okay? Like, this is not a Super Bowl event. What even is a football? I don't know. I need to like stay awake for that, but because I'm 5 hours ahead of the US, like, I'm so lost as to what's going on. I'm depending on Twitter to tell me whenever this halftime show performance is happening. So sweets, maybe a sugar rush is what I need. I would also really like some coffee right now. I haven't had any coffee today. That might be why my vibe is a little off, because it's literally only 6:30. I don't know why, like, I'm in this, like, I need to do something to keep me awake, because they also sell coffee at the place across the street. So kill two birds with one stone. I don't know. Let's go get some cake. I'm back with my cake. I love how they serve stuff here in like Tupperware. Like, this is actually good Tupperware that you can reuse. Not that I ever really need to have Tupperware for anything that I make here, but it's really nice. I think I'm gonna end off this video doing like a mukbang type of thing, because I have a lot of things to talk about and I'm in the mood to eat. It doesn't look that presentable inside the Tupperware, but just know it's good. They gave me a huge slice too. Usually their slices aren't this big. It settles the craving for now. I don't know, something about it just tastes kind of artificial, but it's good. I didn't get any coffee, but I did get water from the vending machines. I realized I haven't really drank much water today. I haven't drank much of anything today. I was lucky too, because I got the last water. I haven't done it before because I think it's obvious, but if you ever hear like slamming of doors or like noise in the background, those are my flatmates. I can't control that. But yeah, this is gonna be the last portion of this vlog simply because I know I'm gonna be staying up for like most of the night. I have never sat through a full Super Bowl before. The only time I come out of my room when the Super Bowl is on is for the halftime performance. I'm assuming that's around the time when I'm usually asleep over here because again, 5 hours ahead of everyone else in the US. I didn't realize like how much of a struggle it would be until I sat through all of the Grammys. What was that, like a week ago? I didn't end up going to bed until like 5 o'clock in the morning because that's when the award show was over. Hoping I don't have to go through that again because I don't know, is it even on right now? I have no idea what's going on. All I know is I'm going to be tuning in whenever Rihanna is on that stage because I haven't seen Miss Girl in a while. Like we see her when she's doing like, you know, Fenty stuff, but like we haven't seen her as an artist in a long time. I think like last time we saw her actually like talking about music and promoting music was for her song that she did for the Black Panther sequel. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much about new music. I know that's what a lot of you guys are doing, but I'm like, let's not be naive here. She's been talking about releasing new music for what, 7 years? But I am still excited for the performance. I don't understand how people don't like Red Velvet Cake. Ever since I saw that post on Twitter a while ago that was like red velvet is literally just chocolate cake dyed red. I'm sure like there is some other stuff added to it, like maybe more or less sugar or something like that, or a specific type of chocolate, whatever. But ever since I heard that, I was like, that's so interesting because then why do people not like red velvet cake? Unless you don't like chocolate cake, because then fine, whatever. On a completely different note, I want to talk about something that I saw earlier on Twitter. And it's funny because I started off my day seeing this tweet. It was a trailer for a movie coming out, right? It wasn't until I saw the title for it and like someone saying that like, oh, from the best-selling novel. I was like, oh shit. Beautiful Disasters, I think is what the movie is called. The trailer for it, I think, dropped a few days ago and it's been spread all over Twitter, but I did not see it until this morning. I have a few thoughts on that because what's going on? If you guys don't know about Beautiful Disasters or Jamie Maguire, that's fine. It's mostly like book talk stuff. Like I don't keep up with like problematic authors all that much unless like it's something I scroll through on TikTok, or else I would never know because like none of the fans of these books are going to talk about how problematic the authors are. So like how would I know unless like I just scroll across it, you know? But I do know about Jamie Maguire because she's very racist. And I'm pretty sure she's abusive to her kids. And her kids have spoken out about that so many times. Allegedly. Don't sue me, Jamie Maguire. I just find it so interesting that that book is getting made into a movie. I've never read the book, okay? So I don't know if it's that good. But from what I've heard from people that have read it, it's not that good. So I'm just like, and the one thing that surprised me about it was because I recognized one of the actors in the freaking trailer. Dylan Sprouse is playing the love interest in the movie. Dylan Sprouse, as in the Sprouse twins from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Dylan Sprouse, Zach Martin, is playing the love interest. I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I'm in some weird simulation. I know for a fact that he was in the After franchise. Again, another book that got big. That's mostly because of fandom culture though. But still, I know he was in that one and now he's in this one. Apparently this movie was made from the same people who made After, like the executive producers are the same. Some weird cinematic universe is being formed and I need it to die like right now. Why are all these problematic authors getting their books made into movies? Because this isn't even the only one. Let's talk about It Ends With Us. Let's talk about that because apparently that's getting made into a movie with Blake Lively as the main character. Now I have read It Ends With Us. I've talked about it a few times on this channel, not in depth really, unless you watched the one book wrap up I did for it a year ago. That's the only time I really talk about my feelings towards it. Because every time I even think about that book, like my head starts hurting. Like there's so much I could go into like depth with when it comes to like the subject matter of which Colleen Hoover wrote that book. And I'm assuming her other books because people are saying her books are somewhat of the same when it comes to like abusive relationships. Though It Ends With Us is the one book where she outspokenly said, yeah, this character is abusive. But in her other books, like the abusive characters, what they do is romantic, all this stuff, right? A lot of people hate Colleen Hoover. A lot of people love Colleen Hoover. Whatever. So it was bound to happen that that book was going to get made into a movie. Like I was counting down the days of whenever that was going to be announced because I knew, I was like, this book is way too popular. This book made that woman a millionaire. Like I think she started popping off at around the time that book was made. It was bound to get a movie. Am I happy about it? No. I just think people are willing to hype up anyone that is white. Anyone that is white, people are gonna hype up to the point that like they're rich and they're thriving, and they really shouldn't be. Especially these authors, because a lot of young girls read these books, right? Like I see 14-year-olds picking up like It Ends With Us, and I'm just like, whoa, whoa, calm down. And now like these books are being made into movies, and because like they're gonna find the hottest, the most attractive actors to play these characters, more girls and boys and people in general are just gonna swoon over these characters that are terrible. I'm just so concerned about how this is gonna go. Not good, not good at all. Yeah, I just woke up to that trailer first thing in the morning and I busted out laughing because who would have thought that Dylan Sprouse? That's just funny. That's just so funny. I'm not one of those people that are like, you can read whatever you want. Not everything is a political statement. I'm not one of those people. Those kind of people actually really irritate me. But it gets to a certain point when I'm kind of just like, you can read whatever you want, fine. But if what you're reading, I've spoken out about this before, especially when it came to like Colleen Hoover books. If what you're reading is something that you enjoy, whether it be a Colleen Hoover book or whatever, and it talks about certain stuff, like the subject matter of like abuse, like really, really like abuse can be different things, right? Abuse in a relationship in general. If the book that you like is talking about that and you're promoting it on your YouTube channel or your Instagram or whatever, you need to make sure like you make it clear about like the actual stuff inside the book, because then these teens are going to pick up the book. These really, really young kids are going to pick up the book and they're going to think that, oh, this is real romance. This is abusive. This is real romance. Like, oh my God, I wish that were me. That's so concerning. That's so bad. I think this is like a book talk thing specifically, because a lot of people will hype up these problematic books written by these problematic authors that of course they're never going to cancel because cancel culture is not real, duh. They're going to hype up these books to the point where they get movie deals getting played by like A-list actors, and they're not going to face any repercussions for any of the stuff that they've written in the books or any of the stuff that they've done in real life, because people don't care. It makes me feel uneasy, but it also makes me laugh. Like, y'all really do not care. What are we becoming a society? Like, I knew we were going downhill when the After movie started being made, because I read After as a kid. I had no reason to be reading a book, a fan fiction like After at the age of like 13. I had no reason to do that, but I did because I kept seeing it around the One Direction fandom and people were hyping it up, and I read it because I was a Directioner at the time and I didn't know what it was. I was really young reading books like that and no one told me about what was inside of them. And then it got made into an actual book. Like, it wasn't just fan fiction anymore because of how popular it got on Wattpad. It got made into an actual book, and then it got made into a movie. It's all been going downhill since then. That's why I'm always skeptical about the books that I see that are hyped up on BookTok, because it's true. A lot of like the most popular book talkers or even booktubers hype up and recommend the same like 5 books written by the same 5 problematic authors. I side eye any like BookTok recommended book from like really big book talkers. Like I feel like that's when I had to do background checks and like figure out like, okay, what's wrong with the author, what's inside the book, like trigger warnings and stuff like that. Like, I think those are very important. I know that a lot of people don't like trigger warnings because they think that it spoils the book, but sometimes people need those trigger warnings, okay? I'm one of those people. I would prefer trigger warnings at the beginning of the book so I can know what I'm dealing with before I get into it. That's why I was so thrown off reading the Poppy War the past few weeks, because like there's a lot of dark stuff in that book and I wasn't aware of it. Even though I was warned by people beforehand that I've read it, I still would have liked some trigger warnings. I don't know, it's just weird how the most popular books that get promoted are the most like bad. Bad as in like just badly written, bad content within the book, just like bad overall. Yeah, those are the ones that y'all hype up the most and that get the movies and the TV show adaptations. And I'm just like, what the hell? Yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Because it really has been plaguing my mind all day. And I had no idea about this. Like, I knew It Ends With Us was gonna have a movie because of how popular it was. And I've heard of Beautiful Disasters, but I didn't know it was so popular to the point that people are actually like hyped up to go to that movie. And I think it's also because of Dylan Sprouse. Like, Dylan Sprouse playing the love interest, it might have people hooked. Like, and I honestly don't blame them if that's the case. I'd pirate it. I wouldn't go spend my money on it. I still have a little bit of cake left, but I think I'm gonna eat it off camera because I don't have anything left to talk about. Nothing that I can think of anyway. Yeah, I've got nothing. So I think that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed this, thank you. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, here it is, or there it is. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but it's somewhere on the screen. I mostly interact on Twitter. But if you'd like to follow me on all my other social medias, they will be linked down in the description below. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.